Namaste, angels. This is the daily reading for Thursday, August 9th, beginning with the year 48 BC, when Caesar's civil war is going on, and it's the Battle of Pharsalus. Julius Caesar decisively defeats Pompey at Pharsalus, and Pompey flees to Egypt. 378. Battle of Adrianople. Goth army defeats Roman forces under Emperor Valens. 1790, Robert Gray's Columbia Redivia returns to Boston after a 3-year journey. It's the first American ship to circumnavigate the globe. 1898, Rudolf Diesel of Germany patents the diesel internal combustion engine. Also 1898, and Rudolf Diesel, he obtains a patent, it's number 608845, for that internal combustion engine. It's later known as the diesel engine. 1942, Mahatma Gandhi and 50 others are arrested in Bombay after passing of a, quote, quit India, end quote, campaign by All India Congress. Like they were boycotting the country or something. 1945, U.S. drops the second atomic bomb. It's called the Fat Man on Japan. It destroys Nagasaki. 1965, Singapore separates from the Federation of Malaysia and gains its independence. In 1974, Richard Nixon resigns as U.S. President, and Vice President Gerald Ford swears the oath of office to take his place as the 38th president, or 11. Did you know opening of the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican happened on this day in the year 1483? Famous birthdays: Johann Michael Bach, Amadeo Avogadro, Bob Cousy, Rod Laver, Whitney Houston, and Brett Hull. Would you believe? Longest ever hunger strike ends. Indian human rights campaigner Iram Sharmila tastes honey after 16 years. This happened on August 9th in 2016. Famous weddings: 1832, King Leopold I of Belgium marries Louisa Maria. 1949, film and stage actor Jimmy Stewart, 41, weds former model Gloria Hattrick McLean, 31, at the Brentwood Presbyterian Church in Los Angeles. 1958, actor Robert Redford, 21, weds Lola Von Wagenen in Las Vegas, Nevada. 1968, detective writer Erie Stanley Gardner, 79, weds his longtime secretary, Agnes Jean Bethel. 1973, actor Anthony Perkins, 41, weds photographer Berenthea Berenson, 25, in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. 1922, actress Gloria Swanson, 23, divorces businessman Herbert K. Sanborn after almost 3 years of marriage. And lastly, 1955, actress Elizabeth Montgomery, 22, divorces socialite Frederick Gallatin Cumin after more than a year of marriage. Famous deaths: Trajan, Hermann Hesse, Cecil Frank Powell, and Sharon Tate. Sharon Tate was American. She was an actress and a murder victim. She's one of Charles Manson's victims. An American sex symbol of the 1960s, she played small television roles before appearing in several motion pictures and appeared regularly in fashion magazines as a model and a cover girl. She was murdered by a group known as the quote-unquote Manson family. She was born on January 24th in 1943 and was an Aquarius from Dallas, Texas, USA. She died on August 9th in 1969 at the age of 26. She was murdered. Cecil Frank Powell was British, a physicist and a Nobel laureate. Cecil Frank Powell was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1950 for his development of the photographic method of studying nuclear processes, or the photographic method, and the discovery of the pion. He was born on December 5th in 1903 and was a Sagittarius from Tonebridge, Kent, England. He died on August 9th in 1969 at the age of 65. Hermann Hesse was both German and Swiss, a Nobel laureate novelist, best known for his novels that include Steppenwolf, Siddhartha, and The Glass Bead Game, which all explore an individual's search of authenticity, self-knowledge, and spirituality. Maybe we want to read these. He received the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1946. He was born on July 2nd in the year 1877. Was a cancer from Karl Württemberg, Germany. He died on August 9th in 1962 at the age of 85. I laugh because, well, obviously 72 is 9, but 1877 is another 977. So it's 9977, which ultimately would be the 77. Like the 9 sort of cancel out. Next up, Trajan. I guess not to be confused with Trojan. It's Trajan. He was a Roman emperor from the year 98 AD until his death, officially declared by the Senate as Optimus Princeps, the best ruler. He is remembered as a successful soldier emperor who presided over the greatest military expansion in Roman history, leading to the empire to attain its maximum territorial extent by the time of his death. Also known as his philanthropic rule, overseeing extensive public building programs and implementing social welfare policies, which earned him his enduring reputation as the second of the 5 good emperors who presided over an era of peace and prosperity in the Mediterranean world. He was born on September 18th in the year 53 and was a Virgo, so 998, from Italica, ancient Hispania. He died on August 9th in the year 117, at the age of 63. So he was born on 998, and he died on 899, if you didn't catch that. Going up to the birthdays, Brent Hull is 53 years old. He's both American and Canadian, an NHL legend, known for one of the game's greatest snipers. His career total of 741 goals is the 3rd highest in NHL history, and he's known as one of 5 players to score 50 goals in 50 games. He was also a member of 2 Stanley Cup winning teams, and his championship winning goal for Dallas in overtime of Game 6 of the 1999 Stanley Cup Finals is one of the most controversial in league history. He was born on August 9th in 1964 and is 53 years old, a Leo from Belleville, Ontario, Canada. Whitney Houston was a singer and an actress, one of the most awarded and best-selling female music artists ever. Houston first came to prominence as a teen model and moved into music full-time after she signed a record contract in 1983. Her debut album, Whitney Houston, was released in 1985 and in 1986 was the #1 selling album on Billboard. Her second album, Whitney, was also a major success with a record 7 #1 hits. She moved into film roles with The Bodyguard in 1992, and the film soundtrack containing her so-called signature song, quote, "I Will Always Love You." Whitney continued to perform while her personal life became more chaotic amid alleged drug taking until she died in 2012 in an accidental drowning. She is remembered for her huge vocal range and her use of the melisma technique. She was born on August 9th in 1963 and was a Leo from Newark, New Jersey, USA. She died on February 11th in 2012. So like 11/11/2012. At the age of 48 of accidental drowning. Rod Laver is, I didn't mean to kill off Rod Laver. He's Australian and a tennis player. He's one of the only tennis players to have won the Grand Slam twice, in 1962 and in 1969. He holds the all-time male records of 22 singles titles in a season, master number 22. He was born on August 9th in 1938 and is 79 years old, a Leo from Rockhampton, Queensland, Australia. Bob Cousy is 89 years old. He's American and an NBA point guard. In his first 11 NBA seasons, he led the league in assists 8 straight times and introduced a new blend of ball handling and passing skills that earned him the nicknames the Houdini of the Hardwood and Mr. Basketball. He was born on August 9th in 1928 and is 89 years old, a Leo from Manhattan, New York, USA. Amedeo Avogadro, Italian, His full name is far longer. He was a scientist, most noted for his contributions to molecular theory, including what is known as Avogadro's law. In tribute to him, the number of elementary entities in 1 mole of substance, which is 6.02214,179 times 30 times 1023, is known as the Avogadro constant. He was born on August 9th in the year 1776 and was a Leo from Torino, Italy. He died on July 9th in 1856 at the age of 79. So he died on 7/9/9/11 at the age of 79. And lastly, Johann Michael Bach was a composer, a German composer of the Baroque period, also the brother of Johann Christoph Bach and the father-in-law of Johann Sebastian Bach. He was born on August 9th in 1648 and was a Leo from Arnstadt, Germany. He died on May 17th in 1694 at the age of 45. He was the last of the birthdays. So with that, we're going to begin with what? Try again. Romantic dinner. Somebody may be giving a relationship another shot. And buy shoes, maybe for the date. And to walk toward one another one more time. Give it another go. Spirit still says buy shoes. Forget it. Maybe forget the past, whatever it was that caused a rift, because Spirit also still says romantic dinner. And I think for the second day in a row, I'm beginning with the 7 of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. Opening to the Queen of Air, who's independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision-making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, and seeing the humor in a situation. So maybe she makes a decision, and then somebody might try to talk her out of it. She's going to stick to it, or she should stick to her guns, as they say. The Queen of Air is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes, or, you know, yeah, just being in this energy on this day. Ugh. Being Queen of Air-ish. 7 of Fire and the 3 of Air. Could have to do with, again, walking away from someone, or trying again. They had been hurt in the past, but we're going to try to forget it. I forgive and forget and move on and walk toward each other once again. That can be what this means too. Great sadness. Take time to heal. There's a need to forgive yourself and others. 7 of Fire and the 2 of Earth. Too much going on at once. There's a need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. 7 of Fire and the World, which also has an energy of fire for me, and like the 3 of Air, can be about some sort of party of 3 and maybe some sort of difficult situation, pain, hurt, the end of it. A job well done. You're like you made it through. Joy, contentment, and gratitude lie ahead. It's also the path toward enlightenment. The World has a fire energy for me. So it makes sense for it to be opposite the 7 of Fire. Oh, look, the Page of Air is sticking up. Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, and curious, challenging information, delays or changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. The Page of Air is a Gemini, as far as I'm concerned. It could be a Libra or an Aquarius too, or anyone likened to these traits of attributes, or any zodiac. But first and foremost, the Page of Air is a Gemini. Pages bring news. The Page of Air brings actual like news, information, wisdom, enlightenment, all that sort of thing. 7 of Fire, go one more. It's the 9 of Air. So maybe like the news you're expecting, you're waiting on, you're worried about it. Are you worried about the fact that you haven't received it yet? Because the Page of Air can be associated with delay too, and definitely connected to the energy of Mercury retrograde, with Gemini being ruled by Mercury. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. 7 of Fire. Maybe you ask somebody out to romantic dinner in order for you guys to talk and maybe make up, give it another go, try again, and you're waiting for a response and nervous until they call you or text you or whatever it is. But again, we have the indication that the difficult time, whatever it is, you know, it doesn't have to be my scenario that I'm feeling now, whatever it is, coming to an end. It's the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change. Expect things to get better. Like, don't keep looking for things to be miserable, because then you could make them miserable. Like, you could be self-fulfilling prophecies. Again, the 9 of air that we just left. We've progressed to the 10. Let's keep progressing forward. Next is the ace. You could be also recovering from an addiction, or someone close to you recovering from an addiction, that maybe that was what was difficult. An addiction doesn't have to mean like substance abuse. It could be any codependent situation, toxic relationships, all that kind of shit. Overall energy is the Queen of Earth. Ooh, Mercury. Right? I'll just try to move the camera a little bit. Put it back where it was. All right. The Queen of Earth, thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. There was like a month ago. I don't even know if it was that long ago. Between a month, you know, like any time between now and like a month ago, I had mentioned Mercury, and the tape and the camera did something weird, like in that moment too. Anyway, Queen of Earth, speaking of Mercury, is perhaps a Virgo, which Mercury also rules, or maybe a Taurus or a Capricorn, or someone likened to these traits or attributes. Could also be Venus. Venus currently in Libra, which she rules, ruler of Taurus. Overall energy. Crowning the masculine. It is the Lovers with Archangel Raphael. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. The Lovers represents the sign of Gemini. It was over here on the feminine side the day before. Surrounding the masculine. The Page of Fire. Outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. The Page of Fire is a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. This could be connected to the energy of Mercury retrograde in Leo, like it was over here. It was like Mercury, it was like the Lovers and then some sort of fire card, and yeah, I think Strength was here, Major Arcana card Strength. Anyway, news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Very nice. There could be movement, an opportunity for love, or something, if it's not love, something that will bring you joy. And you may have to decide whether or not you're going to go for it. It could be something connected to the earthly, with the Queen of Earth is the overall energy. It could be a job, or, you know, something too. The Queen of Water is tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. The Queen of Water is a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or someone likened to these traits or attributes. There could be something going on between a fire and a water sign, or an air and a water sign, or fire and an air sign. Did I do all the combinations? I don't know, but you get the idea. Crowning the feminine is the Four of Air. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. Surrounding the feminine. Ooh. The Eight of Air. Yuck. An illusion of being trapped. A lack of self-confidence and being afraid to take action. And in the feminine subconscious, the Nine of Water, your wish comes true. Concerns fade away and you have a love of life. So this is what we're thinking about, like prayers being answered, dreams coming true, wishes being granted. But at the same time, like really in our day-to-day, we're afraid. We've got to make a decision, but we feel like we can't. We feel stuck in the energy that, where we are, like we can't move forward, like we don't have options, which is not true. Crowning. The Four of Water, missing an opportunity or discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So for example, again, an opportunity arises. We've got to decide whether or not this is the masculine or a masculine in our life, offering us an opportunity. And we need to decide whether or not to take it, but we feel stuck. Then next thing you know, you miss it. Easy way to describe a potential scenario there. At the root, release or death. Major Arcana card, death. The end of a phase or situation. Spiritual transformation. It's time to move on. There could definitely be something going on involving a Scorpio with death sitting next to the Queen of Water. The Queen actually does represent in the tarot the fixed sign of a given element, and Scorpio is the fixed sign of water. So this is very Scorpio here. And this could be Jupiter crossing it, right? Jupiter in Scorpio. Giving us an opportunity based on our good karma, wanting to make us happy, but we're afraid to take action because we feel like we can't. We feel like we're stuck. Even though this could be our dreams coming true. This is the opportunity of a lifetime that we've been waiting for, that we asked for, and we're afraid to go for it. Like we feel like we can't. Whether that's another relationship that you feel stuck in, or financial situation you feel stuck in, or you lack the confidence, or you lack the courage to go up against. Remember all that stuff about the Seven of Fire that we started with? The Seven of Fire didn't want to leave. You lack the courage maybe to defend your own choices. Like if they're against the norm and against what everybody else would do or what have you do, you feel like, well, I can't let my friends or my family know that I'm choosing this relationship or this job or this whatever, because they won't agree with me. It can be something like that. That makes us feel stuck too. And of course, can cause us to miss an opportunity because life doesn't wait for you. And time waits for no man. It'll pass you right on by. At the heart of the matter, the Two of Fire. This is the area in which this opportunity could be. And it doesn't have to be a romantic partnership, but it damn well could be crossing the Queen of Water and the Lovers and the Nine of Water, which is dreams coming true. And even sitting here next to the Page of Fire, right? An opportunity that you've been waiting for. The Two of Fire, of course, is a card of partnership. And as I've been saying, could absolutely be romantic partnership. And even further than that, the Two of Fire is the Divine Union card of the tarot. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. So, why all the fear and negativity, feminine? Three of Fire. Maybe some third party. Again, like I was saying, there could be something that you feel stuck in. Another relationship. Maybe you're married, or you feel married. You're married to something or someone that you feel is holding you back from moving on. Even if it's like married to old belief systems and ideologies, again, that you don't want anybody to find out you've chosen something different that goes against whatever the norm is for your group, your people, friends, family, whatever. Or it could be as it relates to money, right? Because the Three of Fire is about abundance, but sometimes it requires us to be patient. It's about your ships coming in. They're not here yet. They're not at the dock yet. You can see them. It's coming in, but you have to have a little bit more patience. So maybe in the meantime, you feel stuck, like you can't go into whatever partnership if it's more of like a business situation or whatever. Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. So it could absolutely be that, but you're afraid to make those plans. So whether it's a relationship or a job or a partnership, a career opportunity, your own business, breaking out of old belief systems, releasing them, allowing them to die because they're whack, or whatever it is, you've got some decisions to make, and like taking some time, a little break, a little retreat for yourself, or some even rest, sleeping on it, as they say, could help you to come up with an answer appropriate for you. Further advice for the masculine, the 10 of Earth. This is a very lucrative situation. Again, whether it's finances, material, or love, it's a good thing. It can be combinations of those two. A very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life. This is about appreciating waking up in the morning, and the fact that you open your eyes and you're breathing. Just like counting one's blessings, noticing the small things, just appreciating every little thing that you notice about your environment and nature and all the wonderful things and people in your life. Feeling secure, like nothing's wrong, just like a real moment of peace. What the 10 of Earth is about, it can be about some sort of lump sum of money situation as well. Or coming into some sort of asset or something as well. And for the feminine, womp womp as usual. This is the complete opposite. This is not being appreciative of the fact that you woke up in the morning and that, your life is filled of wonderful things and people. This is not being very thankful at all. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, and crying over spilled milk is what this is. Because this person has these two beautiful cups. They're just worried about this. Similar to how in this card, there's a beautiful cup here, and they're worried about these. Now, what's up with the 5 of Water, feminine? High Priestess, listen to your intuition. Have patience and consider carefully what you want before acting. I just said we might need to have patience. And as far as the fear aspect of the 8, you have intuition guiding you and telling you what's good, what's not good. So you pay attention to that, then you know what emotions are appropriate. But fear is never appropriate. I mean, the universe doesn't want us to be in fear ever. It wants us to always be striving, to break free of that and to feel free in all things. So that's what your intuition would tell you to do. What else? Let's do one more. Because this 5 of Water just doesn't make sense. Justice. That could be what you're afraid of too. Some cases, some people might be afraid of an actual legal decision that's coming, whether it has to do with a partnership, a contract, or some sort of legal documents or something. You're worried about if you're going to be able to sell an asset or purchase an asset. Divorce could be involved here, and you're worried about how that's going to turn out, some sort of family court situation. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. You could be having to make a decision. That's what the 4 of Air could mean. And you're just afraid to do that because once you make a decision, you got to stick by it and things move forward, and we're afraid of change and all that kind of stuff. Last one. In conflict with somebody, maybe if not yourself, not just internal conflict of what to do, there can also be some sort of drama with another. And typically for me, the way I tend to pick up on the energy, the 5 of Fire as opposed to the 5 of Swords tend to be like a problem with close friends and or family. Again, it could have something to do with divorce and family court and stuff like that, waiting for a decision. And here you are, paranoid again and fearful, potentially manifesting negativity into your own life. And it's coming to an end, but it's not going to be immediate. There's patience is required with this too. It's another 3 of Fire, basically, but a stronger one. It's, Major Arcana card number 21 equals 3. And the universe is easing you out of this difficult situation, similar to, what the 10 of Air suggested. We should expect for things to get better, but it might take some time. Last one. 3 of Air. Great sadness. Speaking of taking time, this card suggests that you take time to heal. There's a need to forgive yourself and others. Yeah, for some, I definitely feel like this is like divorce or, you know, some sort of breakup, like you were married again to someone or something, and there's a breakup there. There's an end to that marriage, and there's a mourning of it. And there's a fear of the change that happens and a desire to hurry up and rush into the new because you're just afraid of through what you're going to have to go. But nope, some patience and a little growth period is going to be required here. To those whom this situation impacts. But because this is tarot and it's meant to be like a gauge, right? Like how we watch the weather forecast and we see how it's going to be, and then we know, well, how should I dress? And, you know, maybe I shouldn't go out at all, or maybe I should because it's going to be exceptional. You know, this is what tarot is about too. It's a forecast, and especially where it's not major arcana, where it's just minor arcana, we can overcome these sort of energies. We don't have to let them get us down. And then sometimes, not that we're letting the energies get us down, but sometimes we do have to go through the motions of emotions in order to heal. That happened to my girlfriend the other day. She's like, why am I crying? Because, like, you know, she doesn't do it often. And I'm like, you know, you're finally like feeling in that area. You know, it was a specific subject that we were discussing that, you know, had caused her to cry. Finally feeling in that area. Some of us are going to have to feel, going to have to go through the emotions here. But it's all for the good. And you got friends and people surrounding you. You know, like, we're all here. You come on my page if you feel like you need to talk, or the Google Plus, we talk on there. And, underneath the videos, we can go live. If somebody wants to go live, they have a topic they would like to discuss, they're going through something, and we want to see how many others are. All these are things that we can do. Or just find some peace and respite for yourself. Maybe take a nap, get some rest, do some yoga, some exercise or something. Find your zen, and that will help you too. Because this Four of Air also demonstrates that, yes, while we go through all this, we're also already moving on from it at the same time. It's a very temporary situation. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the daily reading and you find it helpful. Namaste, angels.